Hi again. I'm gonna do finding the exact value of sine 75 and cotangent 5 pi over 3. So this angle here is in degrees. This angle is in radians. When they talk about exact values, the minute you hear exact values, think of the special angle triangles, which are right here. So the angle 75, if you want exact values without using the calculator, you have to split it into sine 45 plus 30 degrees. Because 45 plus 30 give you 75, and 45 is a special angle, and 30 is a special angle. After this, you want to change this into sine 45 cos 30 plus sine 30 cos 45. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm using the addition identity for sine from my identity sheet. Now, once you break it out this way, then you could start looking at the angles here and say sine 45 is going to be 1 over root 2. And cos 30 would be root 3 over 2. So times root 3 over 2 plus sine 30, which is 1/2. And cos 45 is also 1 over root 2, since the sine and the cosine of angle 45 is the same. Now, here, what we need to do is rewrite this as root 3 over 2 root 2, since you're multiplying the 2, and root 3 times 1 is root 3, root 2 times 2 is 2, plus we end up with the same thing on the bottom here, and 1 times 1 on top is 1. So now, just going to write it under one common denominator, which is root 3 plus 1. Since the denominator is the same, we just write one denominator. This is one answer. Also, if you don't like radicals on the bottom, then you multiply top and bottom by root 2, rationalizing the denominator. I know some students would like to multiply this by 2 root 2 top and bottom, but you don't need to do that. What you want to get rid of is just the root 2, not the 2 there. So just multiply top and bottom by root 2, and this will give you root 6 plus root 2 on top, because we're multiplying the root 2 and the root 3 and the root 2 into the 1. And here, root 2 times root 2 times 2 root 2, root 2 times root 2 here will give you root 4, which is 2, multiplied by 2 here gives you 4. And that's basically the answer for this one. So here we had to use the identity to figure out, or the addition identity to figure out what that is. How about here? Here, lots of students don't like working with radians. So they convert this to degrees. So they take 5 pi over 3 and they multiply it by 180 over pi, converting radians to degrees. So the pi's would cancel. And then 3 goes into itself once, it goes into 180, 60 times. 5 times 60 gives you 300. So this becomes cotangent 300. Your best way to do this is draw the angle in standard position. So 300 will be all the way there. This is 90. All of this is 300. The reference angle here is going to be 60. So if that's 60, then this is 30. And if you're going to label opposite to 30 is 1, opposite to 60 is negative root 3, since the y-axis here is negative. And this is, the hypotenuse is always positive, so it's positive too. So cotangent 300, remember tan is opposite over adjacent. So cotangent will be just the reciprocal of that. So adjacent over opposite. So now you look at the reference angle for 300, which is 60 here. Adjacent over opposite is 1 over negative root 3. So just negative 1 over root 3. If you want to rationalize the denominator, it becomes negative root 3 over the 3, since you have to multiply top and bottom by root 3. So this is it. this is how you do exact values. Two different situations. One, we had to resort to the addition identity. Another one, once you graph it, then you find your reference angle. Basically, you're doing the cotangent of 60 degrees, except you make sure you mark your sides when they're negative, which is the opposite to 60 here, since it goes along with the y-axis in the negative side. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye for now.